It is the 17th all-time matchup between Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan. And we were there for the first.
Oof.
That's right. The Rich Eisen Show emanated from inside the Field of Jeans in Santa Clara, California.
I forgot we used to call it.
Oh, yeah. Inside Levi Stadium. We did our radio show from
look at
there
that.
that day.
Oh, yeah.
And DTV flew us back, I believe, on Air Muscles, was it? Air Chris Long? I don't know.
We were balling.
We were balling. We were there that day, having no idea what would unfold that very night. And what unfolded that very night in a color rush game, mustard versus ketchup, Rams versus 49ers, the first ever matchup between McVay and Kyle Shanahan and Todd Gurley. There we are on the set of NFL Network's post-game coverage. You'll see Prime Video pretty much follow that rundown segment for segment tonight. We'll see if Kyron Williams shows up instead of Todd Gurley. Rams would take that. But that night was 41-39 final score. Sammy Watkins, 2 touchdowns. Todd Gurley accounted for 3 for Jared Goff. Brian Hoyer put up 39 points.
Ran one in.
For the Niners that night. And I remember I turned to you on the sideline that night, Chris, and I'm like, if this is what McVay versus Shanahan's going to be like.
No. Give me this for a decade.
And we're closing in on it.
I know.
This is year 8 for the two of them. Well, and the Niners have a 10-6 advantage, including playoffs. The Rams, McVay won 3 of the first 4, including that night. Shanahan and the Niners won the next 6. Then the NFC title game broke up that streak for the Rams. They won the Super Bowl. Shanahan won the next 3, and the Rams have won the last 2, including this year's Week 3, which has led to what tonight is all about for the 49ers, who come in this game off, yes, a rousing win against the Chicago Bears. The Rams come in off of, yes, their best win of the year against the Bills. They looked like their Super Bowl year of offense, and that offense had Odell instead of Puka and, a conglomerate at running back instead of Kyron Williams, who is dynamite. And because the Rams won, if you remember, Week 3 was when the Niners didn't have McCaffrey and no Ayuk. Name everybody. They were all out. And the Rams didn't have Puka or Kupp or their line. They were 0-2, and they somehow won this game despite being down 13 in the final 7 minutes of that game. 13 unanswered points in the final 7 minutes of the game, and they won by 3. The Rams only led for the last 2 seconds of the game. That's it. And it started a very frustrating streak of division games for the 49ers, who lost that one. They then lost at home to Arizona. Then they lost at home to Seattle. And that's the rub coming into tonight, despite winning in Seattle in Week 6. That's the rub, because if the Niners lose tonight, you can kiss the division goodbye. As a matter of fact, they're in such dire straits at 6-7 in last place in the division because of losing to Arizona. The Niners can actually win out and still not make the playoffs. But losing tonight, you could pretty much put the nail in. That would be all she wrote, because they would be 2 behind the Rams, with the Rams having swept them. And the Rams tonight, they enter in 8th place in the conference, just behind 7th-seeded Washington. The old next-gen stats. Usually we do the old-gen stats here. But the playoff probability from our friends at next-gen stats has the Rams making the playoffs as a wild card at milk, 2%. However, at 25% to win the division. In order to do that, they've got to win tonight. I want to talk about what's at stake? Must win, both teams. That's it. Short week. Isaac Guerrero apparently is going to try to go tonight, which is some interesting because it is the beginning of fantasy football playoff weekend for many. A bye for some. But that's what's at stake tonight on Prime Video right here on Roku. This evening.
I'm going Niners tonight.
I don't know, sir. I think the 49ers are not the better team. How does that sound?
Brock Purdy, primetime against the NFC West.
I got
dominates.
It. The Niners have held a lead in all 4 of their NFC West games and lost 3 of them.
Rams letdown.
Wow. Okay. I don't see it.
Short week road after a huge win on Sunday.
Puka might be the hottest receiver in the NFL.
I'm not doubting any of that.
They might get Tyler Higbee tonight, too.
I'm not doubting any of that and how well they looked.
But Purdy's coming in hot. Kittle leads the 49ers with 800 receiving yards. He's been terrific. Juwan Jennings with
where's Debo been?
He had 3. Jennings was the one who kept the Niners in that game.
This feels like a Debo game. We haven't seen much from him in a while.
And as you know, he was very vocal.
Yeah.
He was being Francium.
And if
BFR, right?
And if Garendo is less than, we're going to see Debo in the backfield. He's going to get a lot of touches tonight.
They need to have Bosa out there, and that's in question as well.
Agreed.
I mean, they're 11-11 without Bosa on the field, 6-0. I mean, their defense with and without Nick Bosa. With their opponent passing touchdown interception ratio is 11-11. And without 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. He puts the pressure on.
You know who is back tonight? Dre Greenlaw.
We'll see. Oh, baby. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.